Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Jenny Rowan, lovely to talk to you.
Thank you, John, and good to talk to you.
And look, Jenny, I'd like to talk to you about this wonderful vision called Wainuiwhenua. It is such a big project, this one, with, it seems to me, so many moving parts. This must have been a monster to get going and to get coordinated.
Well, we're still in that process, John, but good morning, and it's an extremely exciting project that I co-chair now a group of people with the Mayor Guru, and we've been working on this for about 12 months, pulling together the complexities that you have mentioned, but at the end of the day, we now have a proposal ready to put to our Paikakariki Community Board and to the Council early next year, which sets out the vision and the benefits that we believe this whole project could bring to not only this district but to the region.
Well, you've been a citizen of this district for quite some time. You've been in public life for quite some time. Have you ever seen an opportunity quite like this, where 450 hectares of land owned by the NZTA becomes available and a community has the initiative to seize the opportunity and put up a cohesive plan like this?
Well, I think we might be the first community to engage with NZTA in this way, and of course with LINZ. I have to say the Whareroa experience probably has given some of us the impetus to have another go at this, give this a go. That was meant to be a no-winner, the whole retaining of that land for open space under the Reserves Act, and it's now a recreational reserve as well, as at last week. But no, we think we're having the first conversations. We have no statutory legs to stand on as such. We're inside the Public Works Act. We're inside discussions, or will be, with LINZ. And these groups of statutory responsibilities aren't easy to work in these days, but we think given 21st century climate change, the need for communities to look at long-term resilience and mitigation, the need to protect the environment, the need to take very seriously the kaupapa of Ngāti Haumia-ki, Paikakariki and Ngāti Toa, and possibly Te Atiawa. We think we have a very, very good case to make on providing a space for the restoration of forests, the protection of the Wainui stream and the waterways there, and possibly some housing opportunities. And then on the top side, on the Perkins farm, there's a group working on wanting to put up 5 windmills up there to look at renewable energy resources as well. So it's extremely exciting, John.
Absolutely. Now, as I understand it, the disposal of public land is not a simple process, and part of that is that an initial offer has to be made to the original owners.
Yes, that's right.
So
it's very complex and time-consuming, and NZTA now possibly has started their own process on working out exactly what land they need for transmission gully at this end. The land we're talking about, by the way, is what is known as the old Perkins farm, and all the flats that go down between the highway and the village edge, the Tilly Road village edge, right onto the back of Queen Elizabeth Park. And no, there is definitely a serious steps of offer back and checking out whether other agencies want the land under the Public Works Act. And I guess our point is that we need to work with agencies to see if they'll put their hands up to show an interest in this land. So that's the council, that's the regional council, that's DOC, possibly even housing. to bring them to the table early next year to see if we've got some support in there. We have informal support, but now we need to shore it up a bit more.
Assuming you do get sign-off from the community, when do you think you'll begin those potentially difficult negotiations?
Well, we've had two really important hui in the village, one just last Sunday. We have a set of recommendations of support now coming into the community board, which will filter through to the district council in February of next year. We are wanting to, and we'll have to work with Mayor Guru at a political level, move into discussing this whole project more formally, probably February, March of next year.
There's been an enormous amount of work already done in this, obviously, Jenny. How many hours do you think have gone into it?
John, I'm just facilitating this whole thing with a group of people who, 3 or 4 in particular, who just may have made a huge contribution. The group itself is about 13 or 14 people. We're a tight group. From my experience, we are sticking together as a way through on this. If we get all split up on issues, we won't get anywhere at all. That's not happening. But we've got some serious expertise at the table, people who have considerable networks which are still relevant. Ground Truth with Peter Hanford, for example, his whole business and company are doing the visual analysis for us, which is very powerful. This has got a real chance because of the intellectual capacity we're bringing to the discussion, I believe.
Wonderful. I wonder if I could ask you to call on your experience in the Conservation Board and ask you whether this makes environmental sense. Is it ecological or not?
The project?
Yes.
I think one of the underpinning strong values, which ties right into Ngāti Haumea Ki Paikakariki's set of values as well, is the economic benefits that will come from this. I mean, the environmental benefits that will come from this. What I'm hoping too, John, is that the climate change overlay that we're pushing the council to, of course, on a completely separate project.
Yes.
Wanting the council to form a climate change committee, because I have a very strong view that it's time to put a climate change lens over the district and everything that happens here. And when we apply that lens to this land and it's the areas that potentially need to be locked up immediately because they flood, the areas that need to be locked up because they need to be regenerated. The Wainui stream needs protection. And then, of course, you have a look at your carbon sink and your carbon emission possibilities in here too. And inside all of that, John, is the most extraordinary then recreational benefits that can come to this part of the world, and ultimately we're looking, of course, for a regional park.
Yes.
And then we lock up Whariroa, Queen Elizabeth Park, this whole piece of land, and we have really something to get very excited about.
I must tell you, I'm excited, Jenny. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for the opportunity, John.
We'll do it again sometime, because this is important. This is exciting. Thank you very much. Jenny Rowan there, co-chair of the wonderful group of people who are bringing together Wainuiwhenua.
106.3 Beach FM.